Most of you probably know me, but for those of you that don't, my name is Kevin Prince, the son of Rick and Nancy Prince. My story is for anybody who wants to listen, but the burden of my heart is for the teens and the young adults of this body. I grew up in a middle-class home with both my parents being happily married. I was a middle child. I have an older brother and a younger sister. Childhood years were very normal. My parents always showed me unconditional love and were highly involved in my life. My dad, he always used to take us hunting and fishing. He also coached my baseball teams and football teams. My mom, she was always there to take care of me when I was sick, and she was always there with a loving smile and open arms when I needed to be comforted. When I entered middle school, I found myself looking for a place to fit in. I chose to hang with the popular kids who liked to smoke cigarettes and go to parties. I did what they did just to fit in. During these adolescent years, my mom would always take me to church. I willingly went with her, but for all the wrong reasons. I went because I knew that my cousin would be there, and we were very close. I didn't go because I wanted a relationship with God. I had a lot of fun hanging with my friends and going to every party that I could. This next part of my story is somewhat raw and uncut. I will tell you exactly what I experienced as a result of a life separated from God and being full of pride. I feel it necessary to reveal these experiences for the sole purpose of showing you how God has kept me and what He has done, what He has rescued me from. At the age of 26, I began to abuse Oxycontin and powder cocaine. 6 months later, I began to cook the raw cocaine until it was in rock form, and then I would smoke it. This went on for about 3 years. When I was 29 years old, I was introduced to heroin. I fell in love with the feeling the first time I did it. I was instantly hooked on the drug. During the next 3 years of my heroin use, I was so far from God and my thinking was so influenced by Satan that I found myself stealing flat-screen TVs from stores. I once held a prostitute at gunpoint, stealing her money, stealing from my family, and strong-arming people on the streets of Detroit to get money for my next fix. During the next couple months, I found myself to be at my lowest point that I've ever been. I was eating out of dumpsters. I hadn't showered in a month. I was homeless. A homeless heroin and crack addict on the streets of Detroit. August 15th of 2009 started out to be a normal day for me. I woke up in the abandoned house that I was living in. I took the bus to the suburbs to where I could get the money that I needed for the day. I made my way back to the city come nightfall, like I have done every other day. I got off the bus, crossed the street. I was walking past an abandoned lot that was overgrown with waist-high grass, and out of the darkness came two young thugs. They knocked me to the ground and demanded my wallet. I told myself that I wasn't going to give up my money without a fight. After a brief scuffle with them, they overpowered me and held me down while the other emptied my pockets and took all my money. I made it to my feet and looked at the guy in front of me. I saw a shiny thing in his hand. At the same time, I heard the gunshot go off. I'm so grateful that God never gave up His pursuit of me. I'm so thankful that I have a God that has kept me through all those years of drug abuse and through all those situations, being homeless on the streets of Detroit, robbing people, stealing from stores, in and out of jail. God has kept me through all of that. I wanted to take this time to thank my mom and dad for their prayers for the 20 plus years that I was in my addiction and separated from God, because in the end, God finally did answer your prayers. Only through the grace of God that He allowed me to come to Life Challenge, a Bible Institute in Detroit. Since I have been here, I have rededicated my life to Christ. Now I stand on the truth that I am a new creation in Christ. The old things have passed away and all things become new. My encouragement to anybody listening to this is, if you're praying for somebody, if you're holding on to hope, you're fervently praying for somebody to be released from any type of bondage or to be freed from anything, my encouragement, my advice to you is to keep on praying for those people. Don't give up praying. Praying is not the only thing that you can do. Praying is the best thing that you can do for those people. My parents, my mom and dad, they prayed for me for 21 years when I was in my addiction. And I'm sure that there's times when they felt like throwing in the towel, giving up hope, and just giving up on me. But they didn't. They kept praying and praying and praying. 21 years later, their prayers were answered. So there is hope, because I'm a direct result of prayer, of answered prayer.